Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. Once again, it's time for my client Michelle's vlog. We haven't done one of these in a couple weeks. She's had a lot going on. Obviously, we see we're at a new gym. She's moved. And because we are drifting into doing some bikini comp, what we're doing is we're doing training maxes on her big three, and we are now doing a 5-day-a-week body part split because at this point for her, modeling and then doing bikini competitions is taking a higher priority than powerlifting. Now that being said, she's probably gonna do worlds this year, and that may be her last meet. Right, we're going to go over to working purely physique from here. So again, she's basically a multi-sport athlete. She's gone from boxing, where she was quite good at, to powerlifting, going to worlds, and then we're going to do bikini. So I'm not going to have room to put all of her exercises in this vlog. I already looked at it. It would take over 30 minutes to do one set of every exercise in here, so I kind of picked and choose. As you guys can see, we start with a push day, so like a chest, a tricep day, and then she does abs at the end of all of them, so I'll throw in some of her ab work. But just to get an idea of what we do for chest, she does flat bench, then we do incline bench, and then she does decline dumbbells. Right, so in this case, because we really need a lot of chest work, we're working the chest from pretty much every angle, right? We're working all of the chest angles to make sure that we get full development. Now, some people don't like decline, but in this case, we're doing dumbbells, so any arguments about reduced range of motion would go away. And then we do a variety of tricep exercises, right? We do like skull crushers. She does behind the head extensions with a dumbbell, and I included a little bit of that in there. But the idea here is that we're working every head of every muscle. So because we need to bring everything up because she's going to do bikini, and we do want to really focus on her calves and her delts a lot, what I'm having her do is, again, we're doing this 5-day split. And then we were also doing, she does calves on both of her lower type days because we have a posterior chain day as well as a normal leg day. And so she does calves at the end of those, and we do abs of some type at the end of every workout. And then, of course, on the weekends, if she wants to do anything extra with her cardio and stuff, she adds in abs and calves, right? And I basically don't want her doing any lifting outside of these 5 days because I want all of these muscles recovered by the time she trains again, because we are doing a lot of volume. We're doing, in some cases, as many as 4 different exercises for each muscle, right? Sometimes we're doing as many as 4. And here's an example of some of her ab work. She just picks whatever ab work she wants to do. So she's doing these here at the end of her chest and tricep day, okay? So I've let her just kind of pick and choose her ab work. Like I've always done in the previous vlog, she does whatever ab work she wants to do. And yes, her scale weight is coming down. Now that's going to be interesting when we get to Worlds, because at this rate, she may be down a full weight class. Because also she's going to need to get very, very, very lean. And we're going to have to bring that waistline down really small for her to do bikini. Plus there's, different muscles that we're going to need to continue to bring up. So again, that is why we are hitting every angle of everything. Now her pull day, I have her start with a heavy single on the deadlift, and I didn't include it this week, but we do a variety of posterior chain movements. So we do glute ham raises, we do Romanian deadlifts, right? We mess with some good mornings, glute ham raises, hamstring curls, things like that. Okay, so the posterior chain stuff isn't super complicated. But she has a reverse hyper again now too. So we do reverse hypers. So in this case, actually, I stand corrected. I do not think we have a glute ham raise at the current gym. So what we have to do is we do stuff like RDLs. We do good mornings. We do a seated hamstring curl. Right, we're doing some seated hamstring curls because we don't have a glute ham raise anymore. And then she finishes up with reverse hypers on that day. And so here she is doing her Romanian deadlifts. And again, the reps are very, very high. Other than her training maxes on the big three, which we're maintaining purely because she's got a powerlifting meet coming up towards the end of the year. Other than that, everything is 10 plus reps. So we're doing a lot of reps, a lot of volume here. So again, we're averaging, as far as our direct work, about 12 sets of muscle group. Other than certain things like arms, I'm not giving her as much because she does a lot of pressing and pulling. We only do a couple types of curls. We only do a couple types of tricep extensions. But most of the major muscles, we end up doing as many as 4 sets. Now, for the arms, the reason we do that is her triceps and stuff have always been strong. So because all of her chest movements right now are presses, I don't need to do a wide variety of tricep extensions. We do 2 types of extensions and call it a day. Same thing on her back day. We do 3 different types of lat exercises that do use biceps. So then after that, we have a shoulder day after the posterior chain. Very straightforward stuff. We do seated dumbbell presses. We do lateral raises. We do rear delt flies. We do shrugs. Right. So nothing too complicated. I do believe I have upright rows in there also. I don't know if I got any on film. So again, the same thing. We're hitting her delts from 4 different angles. So we do like an upright row to hit everything. Then we do a lateral. We do a seated press, and then we do rear delt stuff. All right, for her back and bicep day, we always start with pull-ups, mainly because she's so proud of having gotten these pull-ups. She's gotten to where her best, she was up to 15 full range of motion pull-ups. So because she's good at them and they're a phenomenal back builder, I like to start her back days with pull-ups. A lot of Team Blaha clients are used to that. And then, of course, we do some barbell rows. We do dumbbell rows, right? We do both. I have pullovers for her here on this day because I'm putting them in as a back exercise for her. Mainly because her back is probably stronger than her chest overall. So I kind of throw this back and chest exercise in on her back day, right? Whereas if she really needed more chest than back, I would probably throw this in on the chest day. But really just give some extra stimulation then to the chest and triceps on her back day. But it's an exercise that works all 3. So pullovers are one of those movements that's a little tricky to determine where you want to fit it in on a split, just like people argue about deadlifts on certain types of splits. Of course, then I have her do some preacher curls, and she does like some hammer curls or supine curls. On the preacher curl, notice she does full range of motion. We use a light enough weight that she can control with no cheating. Again, big deal on the preacher bench. Preacher curls are a phenomenal bicep builder. However, they're also dangerous. They're notorious for causing large amounts of bicep tears, including people I know have torn biceps doing them. In fact, you guys remember Izzy from Powerlifting to Win? I think it was a year or so ago, he tore his bicep with doing heavy preacher curls. And I believe he had to have surgery, if I recall, if my memory serves correctly. Then he rehabbed himself from that. So again, this is an exercise where less is more. All right, don't try to max out on it. Do full ranges of motion. Then we finish up the week with her leg day. So we do training max on the back squat on that day, all right, which I threw in here. Then of course we do rep work on back squats. We do leg presses. We do seated leg extensions, 1 leg at a time, and then of course we always throw in calves at the end of all her leg days. And again, I also allow her to do calves on weekends if she wants to, mainly because for what we're doing to do bikini coming up, we really need to bring up her delts and her calves. Those need to come up considerably. So here's her doing leg presses, and then I finish up this video with her doing a set of her standing calf raises on the machine. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.